Our next step is to sew the sashing in between each block and on the end and then across the top. So I have 5 1.5 by 10.5 strips, and then I have 2 1.5 by I cut mine at 46 just to give me a little bit extra to work with. I can trim it down once I get all of these pieced together. So the pattern says to do A block, B block, A block, B block, but I put mine so I have the 2 A's on the right and the 2 B's on the left. So those two are match, kind of point towards the center, these two. Or you could do them the other way, put the 2 A blocks on this side. I might do that. But it's mainly about how these, in my case, the orange pieces line up. So it's really, the pattern's really designed to go this way. So you have like a V and then an upside down V and then another V. That looks good too. So there's no right way and wrong way. I think I'm going to put this over here. Then I've got it going down. Yeah, I think I'll do it like the pattern says, except I'm doing, no, that is A. So I'm doing A, B, A, B. But before we do that, before we sew them all together, I'm going to sew a strip on the left side of each block, and then the far right block will have a strip on the left and a strip on the right. So let's go ahead and do those. There's no seams to match on this, but I do like to just pin it in place in a couple spots just so I don't stretch the sashing strip. When it's a big long strip like that, our tendency is to kind of tug at it when we're sewing, and then it stretches it and kind of warps your block that you're stitching it to. And you just want to make sure the edges line up evenly. And my seams are flipped the right way. And again, we can chain piece this one block after the next. So I'm going to take these two off and just show you how to sew them together. So assuming I had them all finished, I would press the sashing, press the seam towards the sashing. And then making sure my blocks are laid out correctly. A block, B block, that's a B block. There we go, this way. A block, B block, A, and then B. Okay. So then when you have the sashing on there, now you're going to sew these two seams together. Again, just a couple pins here to make sure that I'm not stretching one block over the other. And I'm a little bit off on this one. Let me adjust it a little bit. So it will be important to get all of these blocks sewn together straight. You don't want them one higher or lower than the block next to it. So just make sure that everything is even and in line up straight across the top and across the bottom. All right, so I'm going to pause here and finish putting my sashing on and sewing the rest of the blocks together, and then I'll show you how to do the top sashing.